Have you ever had that feeling of someone's watching you, or the sensation of somebody following you? Many more feelings and sensations for this is the After Dark podcast. Welcome back, guys, to episode 7 of the After Dark podcast. I really do appreciate you guys staying with me for 7 episodes and still many more to come. So, before we begin, first and foremost, how are you guys? Hopefully you guys are having a really good Monday, October 9th. Hopefully you guys are having a really good day. Hopefully you guys had a really good day and are having a really nice evening tonight. So, I was thinking yesterday that maybe my channel needs a new name. Maybe something more, I guess you can say, gamery. I don't know how to pronounce it, but that's how I've been feeling lately. And maybe my channel is going to be it's gonna change names soon. So hopefully it's gonna change for the better, because Last Dinosaur is my gamer tag, and you know, and you guys can call me by Shiaki, and well, you know, the Last Dinosaur 681, it doesn't really ring a bell, right? So I might change the how do you call that, the name of the channel soon. So maybe by tomorrow, maybe. So hopefully. So let me get these tags out of the way, and we will begin. So yeah, yesterday we were talking about urban legends on the website called Thrillist.com, and we will be continuing. And like I said, for the people who live in Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Kansas, and of course California, like the stories that we read in those states, I really do want to know if any of it is real or not. I really want to. So, and we'll continue. And the first state of tonight, it's gonna be Colorado. So I will dive into that as soon as I can. So let me finish this podcast. I can't type. But yeah. In other news, today was Overwatch Monday, so yes, it's a little delayed, but it is what it is. I wanted to start the event with you guys, and I had a lot of fun. We were actually doing pretty good on the free for all. Wow. Okay, hold up. I am amazed that we were doing so good on the free for all, and well, yeah. So hopefully we can do a lot better next time and actually have the W for ourselves. Now, and I really thought that I was in second place, and reality hit me in the face so hard that she told us we got third. So yeah, Fins, how are you doing? Hopefully you're having a really good evening. And yeah, it's our 9th episode, and hopefully we have many more good stories to read later on. You really think so? Last Dinosaur. I don't know. I mean, I want a channel name like without numbers in it. I say just like a clean name. No numbers. No numbers. So we'll see about that. We will cross that bridge when we get there, and hopefully that bridge is coming soon. So we better be on our toes. So we're on Twitter right now and announcing. And right now I'll get straight into it. And I was thinking that that I have ran out of personal stories. Like personally, for me, I think I ran out. Um, I am gonna try to dig into my brain and uh, see if I can come like if I can remember anything else. But I don't know, man. Pretty much, you guys already know a lot of stuff about me. I'm a musician. I used to be in a band. I'm an artist. So I like playing video games, and of course, I like making this podcast with you guys and reading to you guys some pretty interesting stories. Maybe you didn't know about um, this place, like this one story that you live in that state, and now you know. So we're almost done with this tag thingy, and we will dive into it. So one more time, almost done. Yeah, it was raining today where I live around. Like in the morning, very early in the morning. Woke up to the ground wet. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Finch, for the follow on Instagram too. And it's cool, man. Okay. So, quick recap on what we were reading yesterday on the website called Thrillist. This is pretty much urban legends, right? And the title of the whole page is called "The Creepiest Urban Legends in Every State." Okay, and this article is pretty much by Thrillist Features, and it was published on October 1st, 2017. And so far, we've already read Urban Legend on Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, and California. And I told you guys yesterday, if you guys live in any of these states and the stories that we were reading, if you guys can confirm that were true or not. So, to start things off, we are going to be reading a Colorado urban legend, which this urban legend is called Riverdale Road. And this is why it's creepy. For 11 horrifying miles, Riverdale Road near Thornton, Colorado, is crammed with enough horrifying legends to bring even the bravest paranormal investigator to his knees. From a ghostly runner attacking parked cars on Joggers Hill, to various demons and even a phantom Camaro revving up and down the winding road. But the gates of hell seems the epicenter. The physical iron gates are now gone, but what remains in the partial shell of an old mansion where a madman supposedly burned his wife and children alive, left behind are the barren charred plot of land and a white-clad woman who wanders the area. She joined She's joined by the ghost of slaves supposedly hanged from the now charred tree. Go ahead and run away when you see something creepy like an ethereal pack of dogs. You're probably just going to be bumped into something worse. Possibly hell. A portal to which some believe is here. That maybe explains why so many demons were conjured in a weird underground chicken coop near a set of underground tunnels. And this is where it came from. It's unknown when things got really hairy, though given the spirits of ghost slaves, it's safe to assume terrible things have been happening in Riverdale Road since the 1850s, and each time something terrible happened over the decades, it's just kind of got stacked onto the nesting doll of horror shows. Once again, the question for tonight is, if you live in Colorado, please do confirm if this is real or not. Riverdale Road near Thornton, Colorado. Okay. And also I do want to apologize because it's like some of these words, they're they're not in my vocabulary and I will pronounce them wrong, so please do forgive me. So yeah, Colorado Road. 11 horrifying miles, which you have Joggers Hill, a phantom Camaro, and possibly the gates of hell, where a madman burned down his mansion with his wife and kids. Did they say kids? The madman supposed to burn his wife? Yeah, alive. So this place seems very interesting, to say the least, because it not only has one thing, it has multiple things. Just like in California, the many horrors of Turnbull Canyon. And like I said yesterday, I used to live near Whittier and what was the other one? Whittier and the City of Industry. I don't want to go back to LA no more. Thank you very much, website, for telling me not to go back. But Riverdale Road, a Phantom Camaro. I personally like the 1987 Camaro. I mean, or not? Yeah, right. That's the IROC, I believe, and I'm very fond of that car. So Phantom Camaro would be very interesting to see. The Gates of Hell, however, I don't think so. So please do let me know if you live in or around the Colorado area, near Thornton, Colorado, and by Joggers Hill. Let me know. Whoops. I clicked something. I clicked something interesting that wasn't supposed to click. Okay, so this next one, it's on Connecticut, Dudleytown. Okay, and this is why it's creepy. Often cited as a dark vortex, rumor has it that any visitor that steals an artifact from Dudleytown will have a curse put on them and the family. The Dudleytown Forest, visitors reported seeing just about every kind of paranormal phenomena you could ever think of. People describe the unnerving lack of wildlife in the area, as well as floating orbs of light and sinister wolf-like black shadows, murmurs and disembodied voices, as well as a feeling of general dread. Add on the fact that there's a mysterious group called the Dark Forest Association that polices the ground with militant force, and you've got yourself a serious case of what the hell is really going on there. Dudleytown, Connecticut, huh? And this is where it came from. The curse of the ill-fated Dudleys began back in jolly old England, where Edmund Dudley was beheaded for conspiracy against King Henry VII. This treacherous act apparently unleashed a curse on the rest of the Dudley clan, which emigrated from Guildford, England to Cornwall, Connecticut in 1748. They helped establish a community centered around the town, then thriving iron industries, before a series of untimely disasters befell the family. These calamities include a series of mysterious deaths, which in turn inspired madness and suicide amongst the Dudleys, several of whom disappeared in the woods, never to be seen again. The remaining residents very sensibly ditched the town, which has been abandoned ever since. And this one was by Janelle Albuquerque. Sorry I butchered your last name, but Janelle. Thank you for sharing that. Connecticut, Dudleytown. Where is this at? Where is this at? Treasure from Dudleytown. Huh. Dudleytown Forest. So if you guys live around this area, because apparently the residents, right? The residents very sensibly ditched the town. So this is a ghost town we're talking about here. The Dudleytown is a ghost town, and I want to see if it's true or not. Let me Google it right now. Dudleytown. Dudleytown, Connecticut. Here it is. Dudleytown was founded as a small settlement in Cornwall, Connecticut in the mid-1740s and was abandoned in the 1800s. Since the mid-1920s, the land occupied by the village has been maintained by philanthropists as a private land trust who work the forests to who work to reforest the land after decades of agriculture use. Okay, so it is inhabited right now, and it's inhabited by people who want to relive, relive before, pretty much replanting everything. Their three stars hotel, averaging from $319 a night, I guess. Getting there is 5 hours and 19 minutes in flights. Huh. That's very interesting. In very interesting news that I am not information that I am not going to use. But if you do live next to Dudleytown, the village, it's a village, it's not a town, in Connecticut. Once again, please let me know if this urban legend is true or not. Okay. From Connecticut, right? Yeah. From Connecticut, we will travel to Delaware. And this one is the title is called Mr. Chew. And this is why it's creepy. Samuel Chew was a respected man, Chief Justice in the state back in colonial days. Still, even in colonial America, bullies latched onto his name, constantly proclaiming "Ah Chew," as if sneezing. He apparently hated it so much that his spirit still stalks those who mock him, showing up in his robes and powered wig to scare the ever-loving crap out of the people who can't resist the easy joke at the expense of centuries dead legislator. Where it comes from. Chew was very much a real man, serving as Chief Justice of the three lower counties until he died in 1743. Things got too unsettling that people eventually held a funeral for a ghost in Dover's Green, laying his spirit to rest in an ornate grave. He seemed to be placed. He seems to be placed. The hell, though he still knows to mess with smartasses who sneeze at the mention of his name. Delaware. What is this? Colorado, right? Wait, is this Delaware, Colorado? Didn't we just hold up? Hold up. Let me Google this. I believe where Delaware is located in. Actually, Delaware is just Delaware. Okay, so if you guys live in Delaware, let me know about Mr. Chew. I wouldn't want to mess with his name. Like, come on. First and foremost, my screen went dark. Okay. Secondly, why would you make fun of somebody's name? Why? I'm like that one pastor. Why? Why would you do that? Don't do it. Alright? Just like texting and driving, don't use your phone while driving. Okay, by the way, let me explain something. If you're listening to my podcast on your car, make sure you're parked and the key is away from the keyhole. Okay? If you have one of those cars where you actually have to ignite the car and let it run, mind you, I mean, I had one before, and you had to put the key in, just let the ye old engine run for a while, and then you can take off. You have a small period of time to get to the podcast and put me on speaker, all right, or hook me up into the aux cable and listen to me in speaker, because God forbids I want to see you guys playing with your phones while you're driving. Come on, don't do that. I'm not kidding you guys. Like, oh God, don't do it. All right, texting and driving, or even calling on the phone and driving, is bad. Okay, I almost got run over by an old woman texting, or I think she was talking or something. I don't know what the hell she was doing, but she wasn't paying attention to the road, which almost took me she dropped the phone really quick. Anyways, that's not the point. The point is, don't do it. Also, don't make fun of anybody's name. Cause look at this, Mr. Chu will come if you ever decide to make fun of his name. I mean, who wouldn't? Who wouldn't come back to teach you guys a lesson for bullying, right? No bullies. Bullying is bad. Texting and driving is bad. Calling on the phone and driving is bad. Do not do it. Okay, from the Delaware, we go to Florida. Oh, Florida. I hear so many stories about you. But the most interesting one, it is considered as the skunk ape. Anybody here fans of Bigfoot? Raise your hand. Like, okay, well, first of all, raise your hand as high as you can, because I gotta see you guys, okay? I gotta see raised hands if you guys are indeed Bigfoot fans. If you guys believe in the dude and whatnot, because I personally believe in him. Okay, I personally believe in everything I read in this article because it's true. All right, it's true. Damn it, because it may not be happening to you, but somewhere, someone out there definitely experienced it for their own selves, and they were afraid. So, the skunk ape, and this is why it's creepy. The Everglades are filled with a riot of terrifying creatures: man-eating alligators, man-eating snakes, man-eating roadkill. However, one human-like creature has been spotted enough times to warrant elevated levels of concern. The skunk ape, a relative of Bigfoot, a fully grown skunk ape, stands anywhere from 5 to 7 feet tall and weighs approximately 450 pounds. They can be detected by a horrific odor that's been described as sun-baked animal carcass and rotten garbage. They mostly eat berries and small animals, but from time to time, they've been known to ravage farms and tear wild boars to shreds. Recently, a skunk ape HQ has popped up in Everglades, where you can book tours out into the swamp or reserve a spot on a hunting expedition to finally prove that the hairy beast is real once and for all. Where it came from, no one can say for sure, but because its lineage can be traced back to Bigfoot, many believe it migrated south from the mountains and found refuge in swamplands, an environment safe from humans with ample substance and room to roam. Others believe it's just a lure, a tale pioneers created in order to scare people off their lands and preserve the wilderness. Whatever you believe, you should find out for yourself. Camping in the Everglades and you smell something foul, take caution. It can be the skunk ape. This was brought to us by Alex Robinson. So, Bigfoot. A lot of people don't believe in it. There are many shows out there trying to claim that Bigfoot's real. There's this one show on, I think, on Animal Planet. I think it's on Animal Planet, and it's literally a group of people driving to some place in United States and trying to capture footage or anything evidential enough for Bigfoot. And from time to time I watch that show, because you may never know, because one of these days, what if they find Bigfoot? What then? Okay, it's like I told my mom one of these days. I told her, you know what, you don't believe in Bigfoot, and she starts laughing. She goes like, Bigfoot don't exist. And I'm like, all right, but what if all of a sudden Bigfoot knocks on your door, and he says, pardon me, do you have any sugar. She started laughing, and she first of all she said, you know what, if that would have happened, I would have been scared. And I told her, but would you give him the cup of sugar he needs? And she told me, why would he need sugar? I mean, maybe he's baking a cake. Who knows? Come on. Give Bigfoot a cup of sugar, damn it. He needs it. He needs to make cookies. What if his grandma is coming over, man? That, oh, and you save his day. You're like, oh man, you know what? Next time you're in the woods, I got you. Nothing will harm you because you gave me the cup of sugar that I needed for the cookies for my grandma. Hmm? Come on. Or what if it's like a grandma Bigfoot? Oh, don't worry, because you gave me the cup of sugar, I got you. So remember, Bigfoot comes knocking on your door, give him the cup of sugar. From Florida, we go straight to Georgia, and this one is called The Curse of Lake Lanier. Oh, by the way, going back to Florida, for you people who live in Florida, tell me, is the skunk ape real? Do you believe in it? And have you taken those tours that they provide, or have stayed for camping? I want to know. I really do want to know. So hit me up with your thoughts. Alright, so going back to Georgia, we take that. We have, okay, so pretty much what we're doing is, we bought an all-around, what's it called? All spends? Okay, we got a ticket, okay, which pretty much enables us to travel from state to state with no cost, okay? That's an all-expense ticket. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. And right now, we're in Georgia, reading about the curse of Lanier. The Lake Lanier, I believe it's called. Alright, so, and this is why it's creepy. The massive man-made lake north of Atlanta is unnerving on multiple fronts. With a reputation of tragic and sometimes mysterious death from a disproportionately high frequency of boat accidents and drownings to unexplained homicides. A construction crew discovered the skeleton of a woman who disappeared in 1958, still trapped in her car at the bottom of the lake, more than 30 years later. And since then, people have reported the sighting of a ghostly woman figure in the lake's water. There are even reports of malevolent catfish lurking in the bottom that's large enough to swallow a dog or even drown a diver. Where it comes from. There are numerous issues with the construction of the lake, not the least of which includes displacement of families, businesses, and even cemeteries occupying the land. Army Corps of Engineers sought to develop the vestiges of some of these structures still have a ghostly presence at the bottom of the lake, which at some point as a source of Lanier's haunted reputation. Others point to a simple water plus alcohol equals accidents formula to explain the tragedies. Lanier is a notorious party lake, but as noted above, many of the deaths go beyond simple boat accidents, leading some to believe there's something more sinister at work. Georgia. Man-made lakes? What? I mean, I've heard about a man-made lake. I just didn't know it was in Georgia. Okay, so I do apologize for that. And also the curse of Lanier. Lake Lanier. Lanier. I think that's what it's called. Let's look it up on Google. Lake. There it is. Lake Lanier is a reservoir of the northern portion of the U.S. state of Georgia. It was created by the completion of Beaufort Dam on the Chattahoochee Chattahoochee River in 1956, and is also fed by the waters of Chest River. Listen, rivers have weird names, and I think I do know where this is at. Like, yeah, I think because if it's on the Hoover Dam, right? That's what it said. The Buford Dam. My bad. Okay, never mind. I don't know where it's at. But that's very interesting. If you do live in Georgia, let me know. Is there such thing as a curse of Lake Lanier? Would you ever go swimming on it? Or would you take a boat ride with the loved one? Trying to be romantic and all of a sudden you spot something at the corner of your eye. I want to know. Do you believe in the curse? Or you're waiting for something to happen until you become a believer? Please do tell me. I am genuinely curious to see what you guys think. For those of you who live in Georgia or pass by Lake Lanier, hopefully I'm saying it right. Oh, and by the way, this little paragraph was brought to us by Matt Lynch. Thank you, Matt Lynch. Do appreciate you, my dude. From Georgia, we fly across the ocean towards Hawaii. Now, let me tell you something. I love Hawaii. I love the culture. Same thing as Native Americans. I love the culture. I love the music that comes out of it. I currently want to own a ukulele because, like I said, I'm a musician, and that instrument got my eye a long time ago. Unfortunately, your boy's broke and cannot buy my ukulele. Listen, I'll get it one of these days, and when I get it, maybe I'll sing to you guys a song. But before that day comes, Hawaii, it's a beautiful place. I've never been to it, and I hope that one day I could go once I get over the fear of, flying. And when that happens, hopefully I have a really good time. But in this urban legend, the name of it is called the Night Marchers. And this is why it's creepy. Picture yourself on a scenic Hawaiian beach at night. Imagine a full moon and a cool breeze running across the sand. Dreamy? But if you hear the faint sounds of drums pounding in the distance or see a barrage of torches out in the horizon, it could be your worst nightmare. The spirits of ancient Hawaiian warriors dedicated to protect the islands from the outside threats will only spare your life if you reportedly lay face down, pee on yourself in submission, or if miraculously share a bloodline with one of the warriors. Good luck peeing yourself, tourists. Where it comes from. The first alleged encounter with the Night Marchers, known as Haukalpo in Hawaiian, was recorded when Captain Cook arrived in Hawaiian shores in 1778. In Hawaiian tradition, the Night Marchers' role in life the Hawaiian Marchers' role in life was to protect the sacred members of the community. In modern times, their spirits have been reported all throughout the island, mainly at the sites of sacrificial temples and other sacred grounds. Oh, and the decidedly corporative Davis Pacific Center building in downtown Honolulu. Apparently, they still protect the island from the outsiders. And if you buy into the legend, they always will. And this one was brought to us by WF. Thank you, WF. Hawaii. The Night Marchers. Okay. First of all, I believe it 100%. Even if I never seen them, I believe it. Alright? Because just like Native Americans, Hawaiians have so much lore behind their culture, and They're amazing. They're amazing people. You know, and I don't know, the night marchers. I don't want to see them. I do not want to see them because they do sound creepy. Because I don't feel like peeing myself. When I was a kid, I don't think I've peed myself in bed, let alone as an adult. I just hope that I have some Hawaiian blood in me, because I don't know. Ooh, that's a tough one. From Hawaii, from the beautiful islands of Hawaii, we travel back to the States, or to land, and we go straight to Idaho. Okay. First of all, if you guys are hearing my podcast in Hawaii, hi. How's it going? Secondly, how are you guys doing? Hopefully you guys are having a really good day over there in Hawaii. I mean, yeah, the volcano, the volcano thing I think happened like a while back, but remember, once lava hits water, your island becomes bigger. So, I'm glad for you guys that you guys are expanding the ground around you. Thirdly, I would like to travel over there and see beautiful Hawaii for my own eyes. And lastly, if you guys do live in Hawaii and are listening to my podcast right now, tell me, the Night Marchers, do you guys believe in it? I want to know. Do you guys believe in the Night Marchers? Do you guys believe in the drums of war ringing in the background as you guys sleep through the night? If you're native to Hawaii, then you have nothing to worry about. But if you're a tourist, keep an eye open. Okay. So let me know. I do want to know if the Night Marchers do exist. So we go back to Idaho, and this urban legend is called the Phantom Jogger of Canyon Hill. Okay, very self-explanatory, but we'll dive into it. And this is why it's creepy. There are rumors of many hauntings in Caldwell, Idaho's centuries-old Canyon Hill Cemetery, but the one that gets the most attention is the Midnight Jogger. As with many of the best urban legends, you have to do your part to get her attention. In this case, it involves parking between a certain tree in the cemetery at night. Do it right, and the legless apparition will knock on your window to let you know she's there. Then continue on her route. It's creepy as hell, though now it's only the second worst image conjured when you think of sinister joggers. The origins are unknown, though, considering there's another conspiratorial legend that the entire state of Idaho doesn't actually exist. Perhaps the jogger is just a creation of a deranged and deceptive government. And brought to us by AK. Who here doesn't believe that Idaho exists or not? Huh. I don't know. Okay, I was just reading the comments right now. I said 7 episodes earlier. I have to rehear the podcast. But for the meantime, Idaho, the Phantom Jogger. Jogger. Let me take a sip of water, and let me tell you what I think. Okay. So, malevolent spirit, I don't think she is, because if she's just tapping your window, okay, you know what? Now that I really think about it, maybe because you have to park in that certain area, maybe that ghost or apparition knocks on your window because when she was alive, she was pretty much telling the person she was with that she was off. You know? Maybe it was her own way of saying, hey, I'm about to go do my thing now. Are you going to wait for me? And Idaho doesn't actually exist. That is very weird. So, if you guys do live in Idaho and if you guys do exist, tell me, what do you guys think? Do you guys believe in the Midnight Jogger? Would you go by Canyon Hill Cemetery and park between the trees at night? And which would be the companion of the jogger that runs at midnight? Tell me. I do want to know. Okay. Oh, and also tell me if Idaho does exist. Just to debunk this theory, okay? Come on. It doesn't exist. Anyways. From Idaho, from the illusion state that is called Idaho, we go straight to Illinois. And the urban legend is called the Italian Bride. And this is why it's creepy. An elaborate marble statue of a woman in a wedding dress is bound to stand out in a cemetery as it is. But that's not what's driven the Italian Bride to be the subject of local fascination. Upon closer inspection, there is an actual photo plaque in the gravesite of a woman in a casket, looking perfectly preserved, even though, as an inscription notes, the photo was taken 6 years ago after burial, after the body was exhumed. Reports of unusual activity covers everything from the smell of fresh flowers near the gravesite in the dead of the winter to the ghostly figure of a woman in white roaming the cemetery or the halls of a nearby Proviso West High School in the dead of night. Where it comes from? In 1921, recently married Julia Bucola Petta died in childbirth and was buried in her wedding dress. What? Legend has it her mother immediately began experiencing nightmares that Julia was demanding her grave to be reopened. The source of the distress varies depending on the storyteller, often relating to some of the discontent with Julia's new husband. But what isn't in dispute is that 6 years later, the mother got her wish, and Julia's pristine condition inspired her to raise funds for the statue that's been creeping out generations ever since. Thank you, ML, for the paragraph. The Italian Bride. Cemeteries are, pretty much full of statues of angels mostly angels, crosses, and I haven't seen one of a bride. I'm curious. I'm very curious. Illinois, huh? The Italian Bride. If you guys do live by don't just stand out of the cemetery. Okay, it doesn't tell me where. Where is this place? Okay, so if you guys live nearby the high school, Proviso West High School, tell me, do you guys believe in the Italian Bride? Is it just a figment of your imagination? Or is it real? Would you guys go and visit her from time to time? Or would you just leave it at that? Tell me. I definitely want to know. if you guys do believe in the Italian bride, or have you seen any ghostly apparitions or smell the fresh flowers in winter. Now, where I come from, like, well, I don't know, I was born in LA, but my culture, Mexico, it said that if you smell fresh flowers, it just means that you've been blessed by the grace of the Virgin Mary, la Virgen de Guadalupe. So, what do you guys think? I can relate to this type of story because, my mom, my birthing mom, she died when I was born. A long time ago. Okay, hold up. Not too long, okay? I'm not that old, like I said. You guys may not know when I was born. But it was a while back, okay? It was a while back. And she died of childbirth because she had something in her heart. Like she had heart failures, I believe. And at the time, she didn't want to tell my dad about it. So she went through with the childbirth, and your boy is born. Now, if I could go back in time, I would definitely be like, hey, yo, you know what? First of all, tell your dude. First of all, you're not gonna be like, hey, you know what? I'm your son. No, you don't want to do that. You just want to be like, hey, you know what? Just tell the man that you're with that you have some problems. Get that checked out, and whenever you're ready, have me. Whenever you're nice and healthy. But who knows what happened to the Italian bride? Why she died on birth? Huh. And why her mom? Very, very interesting. So yeah, do tell me if the Italian bride is real. Proviso West High School. Please do tell me. Illinois, I would like to know. And going from Illinois to Indiana. This urban legend is called Diana of the Dunes. Huh. And this is why it's creepy. Along the shores of Lake Michigan, fishermen, vacationers, and other passerby have reported sightings of Diana, a ghostly nude female apparition floating along the shorelines and eventually disappearing into the water without a trace. Where it comes from? Fishermen first started reporting the sightseeing of a woman skinny dipping in the waters of Indiana's Lake Michigan coastline in 1916. And that's because Alice Gray, the source of the Diana legend, was still very much alive at that point. The exact circumstances that caused her to live a reclusive life in a lakeside shack aren't entirely clear, but the years that followed saw her marry a man who later became a murder suspect and then died an early death, allegedly from uremic poisoning. Her ghostly presence has been a subject of local lore ever since. And this is brought to us by ML. I don't know who ML is, but thank you. Diana of the Dunes. Okay. Lake Michigan. Fishermen and vacationers and passerbyers reported sightings of Diana, a ghostly nude female apparition. Okay. So this pretty much reminds me of a song from a Spanish band, a Mexican rock band. Okay, not Spanish Spain. I'm talking about Mexican rock band called Maná, and the song is called "En el Muelle de San Blas," which means in. Hold up, my Spanish is a little rusty. Muelle. I think it's called port. Yeah, I think. Let me see. A dock. Okay, so it pretty much stands for Muelle de San Blas. Pretty much means the dock of San Blas, which should be like a country or town or whatever. But in the song, it goes that she waited in that dock for her loved one to come back from sea. and eventually died. People try to sedate her, try to put her in the crazy house, in an asylum, because everybody thought she was crazy because she kept saying that her loved one was gonna come back and never did. So she kept waiting and waiting until she died. And this story pretty much reminds me of that song. You see her floating naked apparition in Lake Michigan, and and the fact that her husband died of uremic poisoning. I don't know what that is. Maybe she took her life in that one place, trying to be with the loved one. So, Indiana, people from Lake Michigan, tell me, do you guys believe in that story? Do you guys believe in the lady Diana of the Dunes? Or do you guys think it's just, an imaginary substance, an imaginary person, or maybe it's not even a person, or yeah, maybe it's not even a person at all. What if it's a mermaid? Or what if it's actually a real human being roaming around naked? Tell me, Indiana. I do want to know if you live right next to Lake Michigan, or in fact live like around it. I do want to know. So please do tell me. From Indiana, we go to Iowa. And this urban legend is called Veliska Axe Murder House. And this is why it's creepy. What part of Axe Murder House don't you understand? Oh, my screen went dark, and Frest is live. I'll see you in a bit, my dude. So, and this is where it came from. So the murders themselves are very much not an urban legend. They happened, and they remain unsolved. Sometime between the evening of June 9, 1912, and the morning that follows, 6 members of the Moore family and 2 house guests were brutally murdered, with each victim having suffered an axe wound to the head. One suspect was tried twice and never convicted. Surprising no one, the somehow still standing house is the subject of numerous rumors, legends, and reports of paranormal activity. You can find out for yourself because you can actually stay there. It's just like the ghost hunter who mysteriously stabbed himself in the chest there in 2014. Wow. Iowa. Where is this located at? I don't know. But tell me something. Would you stay a night there? Would you stay a night in this Veliska Axe Murder House? What if they dared you to do it? Would you go through with the dare? But you're actually risking your own life for a couple bucks. Maybe this dare is more personal than you think, but how far would you take a dare? Would you stay the night for the price of a minuscule thing? Iowa, please tell me, is this real or not? I mean, it obviously it's stating that it's real, but I want to know. Do you believe in it? Okay. From Iowa, we go straight to Kansas. And the urban legend is called Stoll's Gateway to Hell. And this is why it's creepy. The tiny town of Stoll has has counted very few residents since it was founded in 1856. The most famous is rumored to be Lucifer himself, who some say appeared in the town cemetery on Halloween and spring equinox. They say he uses the site where a roofless church once stood as a portal to and from hell. Some say that he's drawn to the site of frequent witch hangings. Others believe that one of the graves actually contains Satan's own child. Either way, new graves continue to be dug despite signs warning against the trespassers, perhaps referring directly to the Prince of Darkness himself or the cults that are rumored to flock the grounds. Where it comes from? The first published article about the horrors are traced back in 1974, article in the University Daily, Kansas, though whispers about evil have persisted since the 1900s, or so they say. In 1998, the hanging tree was torn down to stop people from visiting. It wasn't lessened the need for a small town to bolster an annual police presence to deter visitors looking for a glimpse of the devil himself. Kansas, huh? Why you do that? Why you have the gates of hell? Bad Kansas. Bad Kansas. Huh. The tiny town of Stoll was counted very few residents since it was founded in 1905. The most famous. So, Lucifer himself got a house there, huh? Damn, son. How much is he paying? Rent. I want to know. The witch hangings, too. Dude, the Salem. Okay, so speaking of witch hangings, I don't believe that back then they did a good thing about the witch trials. The witch trials. You know, the Salem witch trials. You know what I'm talking about? I think they took it too far. You know, it's oof. I have no idea what they were thinking. And because of that, a lot of innocent women died. Maybe some men too. You know, just sprinkle some men around that theory. But I don't know. The Salem witch trials just pretty much saddens me. Just very much. Very, very much. I mean, nowadays, if you're accused of being a witch or a warlock, you know, you probably get pointed at and laugh, right? But back then, I guess they took it serious. But why? You know? And how do we know that the people that were doing the witch trials, how do we know that they weren't witches themselves? What if they were just saying that the other people that were executed were witches because they were covering their own tracks? I see you, the witch trials. I see you with these eyes. But seriously, that's messed up. And the gateway to hell. Oof, I have no idea, dude. Tell me, Kansas, if you guys live in Stoll, in the tiny town of Stoll, or you're just minutes away from the town. Tell me, do you guys believe in it? Do you guys believe that the devil himself is upon you guys? Let me know. Okay, this last urban legend is gonna take place on Kentucky. No, not the restaurant. That was bad. Okay. That was the last. That was the first and last one of tonight. So Kentucky, and this one is called the Witch Girl of Pilot's Knob, and this is why it's creepy. Just looking at the pictures of young Mary Evelyn Ford's grave feels a bit unnerving. with a series of interlocking white crosses forming a fence around a pit of gravel, and the bars appearing unnaturally bent in some places. Then you hear the alleged backstory: a mother and a daughter both accused of witchcraft and burned at the stake in 1916. What was I just talking about? Damn it. But the mother charred remains being carried to a far off location while the daughter was buried in a steel lined coffin covered in stone and encased in crosses to prevent her escape. Somehow, some have claimed to witness tiny footprints appeared in the gravel, or even a young ghostly figure trying to escape the gravel site. Kid ghost, as we know the creepiest ghosts. Kid ghosts are as we know, the creepiest ghosts. And where it comes from. While stories about the gravesite go back decades and naturally increase in detail with the growth of the internet, there's not much evidence that anyone was burned at the stake for witchcraft in the area in 1916. Even back then, that was generally big news. Mary Evelyn Ford really did die a tragic young death, but the state cause of death is per- peritonitis, an inflammation of the stomach lining. It's amazing. It's amazing what a truly unnerving grave site can do for the imagination. You still wouldn't want to go near it at night. Okay. Okay, so very, very interesting. And as much as other urban legends goes, the truth is always resaid and said in a different type of way. What do you guys think? Do you guys think the ghost of Mary Evelyn Ford is really there, trying to escape from her metal grave, or it's just somebody playing a trick? Who knows? That being said, guys, that was the last story for tonight. Thank you guys for coming. Okay, and tomorrow we will continue reading these urban legends, and we will start by going to Louisiana. So be prepared. Louisiana, it's in I know what it's my favorite place in the whole world, actually. In the whole United States. Oof. I have no idea. I forgot. Are you kidding me? Hold up. Louisiana, it's in... Where the hell is Louisiana? Actually, Louisiana's a whole thing. Damn it. Yeah, I like Louisiana a lot because, if I'm not mistaken, the origins of jazz, one of my favorite genres, is from there. So, and the food from Louisiana, top, very top, very top. But yeah, we will be going to Louisiana tomorrow. So, thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate you guys being here. If you guys were in the live stream, you guys should talk more, man. Trust me, because I read all comments. I'll stop the storytelling just to read your comments. So yeah, talk next time, okay? Don't just say hi, at the very least, and I'll read it and I'll say hi back. I'm not gonna type it because I would rather just talk. So thank you guys for coming. If you stayed through the live stream, thank you. I really do appreciate it. If you guys see the replay on YouTube, I also appreciate you too, because you're taking some time of your day off just to hear little old me reading some scary stories and urban legends. So for tonight's movie recommendation, before I forget, I don't know. Damn, I was thinking what I could recommend for tonight, because we did end it kind of early, and I want you guys to sleep with the movie in mind. I'm thinking. Hold up. I am. Oof. I'm tired, but I'm thinking. Hold up. Movie night. As I'm thinking, go do your popcorn. Put it in the microwave. I was gonna say put it in the oven. Oh my god. Put your popcorn in the microwave. Punch 2 minutes, 2:30, I believe it is. And let me think. Okay, hold up. Movie recommendation. Oh, dude, hold up. Oh. You know what? No, wait. I was gonna say one, but I backed out. So let me see. Oh, okay. What about this one? Hold up. What's it called again? Let me see. Hold up. Okay. So, movie recommendation for tonight. It's called Trick or Treat. It's a rated R movie, so little ones, look away. Trick or Treat is a 2007 slasher slash thriller movie. It runs for about an hour and 40 minutes. So, you guys have time. Alright, you guys have time to watch the movie and go to sleep at night. So, Trick or Treat, I actually seen it and it is amazing. I like it. Okay, so let's hold up. Let's go to the Wikia and read. The director is Michael Dougherty. The producer is Brian Singer, and it's written by Michelle or Michael Dougherty themselves. Okay, the music is by Douglas Pipes and such and such. I'm not gonna read everything because why would you guys know that? The release date was on December 7th, which is kind of odd, don't you think? It's kind of odd for a movie taking place on Halloween to be coming out on December 7th. But December 7th, and the origin of this movie is pretty much Canadian and the United States. So, Trick or Treat, 2007 movie. Go watch it. It is an amazing movie. I like it because it not only has one scene, it has multiple scenes, and it's just an overall pretty awesome movie. I like the visuals, and I like the way it's like sort of like takes like the beginning. It's just like a comic, so that is pretty awesome as well. So go check it out. Trick or Treat. I'll put the title of it in the description after I'm done with this. With that being said, guys, thank you guys for watching. If you guys want to follow me on Twitter, you can do so. I will leave a link in the description below. We can talk. You guys are not talking in chat, but we can talk over on Twitter because that's the best way you can reach me for right now, as of right now. You can talk, send memes, send pictures. Just keep it PG, please. It's family friendly. And also, if you guys have any horror stories or scary stories at all, or even urban legends you heard around your neighborhood, please don't be shy to send them over to me with the hashtag the After Dark Podcast, or the abbreviation hashtag TADP. Once again, it's hashtag the After Dark Podcast, hashtag TADP. I will read them, and I will definitely read them out loud, and I'll give credit where credit is due. So I will, mention your name, I'll mention your Twitter, so they can, if you have more horror stories for them, they can follow you guys. So do hit me up, and I just hit my finger. Do hit me up on my Twitter with those stories. I would love to read them, because every story is different wherever we are. Also, if you guys want to follow me on Instagram, you can do so. I'll also leave a link in the description below. I am an artist. I draw digitally. I draw traditionally as well. And, maybe someday in the near future, I'll start painting as well. I regularly post every Wednesday and Saturday, but at from 8 to 9 a.m. California time. But since it is October, I am partaking in the Inktober challenge. All throughout the whole month is me drawing every day and posting every day at random times because, like I said, I do have things to do I have places to be. I gotta skate, I gotta lose weight, you know what I'm saying? Woo! Oh boy. Listen, don't get discouraged, alright? If you don't know how to skate, you'll learn how to skate. Trust me. It takes trial and error. If you want to lose weight, skating is 100%, in my opinion, the best way because you get a lot done. And plus, you're learning a sport. So, kill two birds with one stone. But yes. But yeah, I have a lot of things to do, and the time of me putting up the drawings will vary from the drawing. If it's a small drawing, it'll be up early. If it's a big one, like I did one today, which, by the way, it's fan art week. It's going to be the whole week. I'm talking about from today till Monday because, Monday I did Llama Mama, the cosmic llama, who will take your tickets to the cosmos. I did her on Monday, so next Monday we'll cross over with fan art week, and it'll be just pretty much this whole week full of fan art. So if you guys want to go check that out, you can follow me on Instagram. Which, by the way, I think we just hit 200 followers on Instagram, which you guys are amazing. Oh man, I don't know. If I can hug all 200 of you, I would, just one big old hug. And I will keep my promise. I will live stream my drawing either tomorrow or someday this week. So do look out for that on Instagram. So once again, thank you guys for coming. I really do appreciate it. Thank you guys for staying here. Like I said, if you're in the live chat, in the live stream, thank you. But next time, please talk. I would like to hear what you guys think about this. Tell me I'm bad. Tell me I'm doing a good job. I would like to hear your feedback. So keep that in mind next time. Trick or treat. Go watch it. Go. Watch it. The podcast is done. Okay. So, on that note, remember to always look under your bed. Check the closet for monsters. And always, look behind you. Because you may never know who is watching you from afar. Peace out, everybody. Have a great week. Have a great day. A great night. Okay? And take care.